What's up, YouTube? Today I'm coming to you with another video, and today's video is going to be called The Dark Night of the Soul, but it's really just like the healing process and how that goes. I know sometimes healing can be a painful thing and it can hurt when you're trying to heal. So I made this video to try to help some people who's going through that. And I also, before we get into the video, I wrote a poem and I wanted to share with y'all. It's called The Healing Poem. The healing process sometimes can be as painful as the trauma that caused the pain. You just have to learn to turn that pain into something great, something positive. Learning how to heal, taking it day by day. Learning how not to force or rush anything, because what's meant for me will come easily with no stress or confusion. Now I'm seeing that I have to put myself first, because if I'm not happy with myself, how can I expect others to make me happy? I had to focus on my inner peace and find balance, so my outer world can be just as peaceful and beautiful. No longer holding on to fear or depression, I have to replace those negative feelings with something that will help motivate me, like strength and courage. Releasing my past and all the hurt so I can become my higher self. I started to trust God and myself more. Now I feel like I can achieve anything. Healing can be a painful thing, but you can change that pain into strength and power. Never be afraid to make a change. Learn to trust yourself and put your happiness first. Healing might be a painful thing, but it can create so much beauty. Dear. So that's my little poem I wrote. So now we're going to get into the video. So I titled this The Dark Night of the Soul. So I know a lot of people that go through spiritual journeys, or whatever you call it, a journey to finding yourself, basically. They call that like the dark night of the soul. So I'm going to give you tips on how to make that easier and how to make your healing process a little bit more better and soothing. So the dark night of the soul has two definitions. An extremely difficult and painful period in one's life, example, after death of a loved one, the breakup of a marriage, or the diagnosis of a life-threatening illness. So we're going to take a look at Romans 8, verse 9 through 11, okay? But you are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. And if indeed the Spirit of God dwells in you. Now if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he is not his. And if Christ is in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the Spirit, flips page, who's raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his Spirit who dwells in you. Now let's break down these verses so we can understand it in a way we talk now. This is what I interpreted from those verses. So let's look at you are not the flesh, but in the spirit. So the flesh represents our ego, but the spirit represents our higher self, our Christ-like mindset. If indeed the Spirit of God dwells in you, I say the flesh is the ego. The ego binds us with constant demand, is greed, selfishness, and insecurity, aka worldly desires, what the Bible would say. Also, I got this quote from a book. It's called like the secret hidden messages of life or something. I'm gonna put the quote, the description, so y'all can order the book if y'all wanted to buy it. But this is what the book said about the ego. Ego bashing looks for a villain whose actions keep people from finding happiness, which is the underlying reason people suffer. Why? They never find their true selves, God, or the soul. Now, if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he is not his. This means instead of living life as your higher self, your Christ-like mindset, you're living in your ego. This means you allow your fears, insecurities, and the judgment from others to determine how you live your life, which means sometimes you may ignore your own happiness, or sometimes when you get an idea to do something, you don't do it because you are scared or you don't know how people will see you. You can also be ignoring the message from God. That idea can be something that can change your life. Sometimes when we pray for things, those opportunities can come in different ways. Sometimes God sends us messages through our own ideas. You just have to step out your comfort zone and try them. You only fail when you give up on yourself. But if you keep trying to get better every time, and remember everything happens at the right moment, so your next try can be a big breakthrough you prayed for. Now let's take a look at this part. If Christ is in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. The body still represents your ego because once it was the flesh. But now it is dead because of sin. Our ego can drive us to do things that's not of the nature of God. Flip the page again. Jealousy can cause us to hurt or kill people. Same with anger. The feeling of lack, not having enough, can drive us to steal. Emotions can come from our ego. The lower emotions like stress, anger, jealousy, and depression can cause us to do things, but deep down afterwards we feel bad about it. That's sin. And that can kill our relationship with God and our higher self, causing the body to be dead. The next part says, but if the spirit is life, it is righteousness. Righteousness means being right in God's eye, including character, attitude, conduct, and command. So basically, anyone who treats people how they want to be treated, and it shows through their action and words, they'll be an understanding person and will respect themselves and others. Also, they will understand that everyone sees life differently and has their own opinions, but they don't let others' opinions affect them. And this gives them life because when you live as your higher self, you see life in a higher perspective, and it allows you to see beauty even when others may think it's ugly out. The next part says, but if the spirit of him who's raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his spirit who dwells in you. With this being said, this part means as we heal from our pain and let go of our negative thoughts and attachments, as we go on our journey of healing, it can hurt and cause pain as well. But God will be by our side, giving you life and the help you need every step of the way. If you stay positive and believe even when things look ugly, you will rise above all your problems with a new mindset and become one with Christ. Just like when I said the dark night of the soul is a spiritual crisis and a journey towards union with God. Also, let's look at 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. So basically, this means as you heal and let go of certain things won't interest you anymore because you were only doing those things because you were hurt. You will no longer need them because you found your true source of happiness. Because your ego no longer needs those things. As you heal, you don't kill your ego. Our ego just becomes our higher self. This is called transformation. Our ego can also attract darkness, but as you start to heal, that darkness becomes light, and the light will start to bring out the truth. Have you ever heard everything that's done in the dark will come to the light? Then you will start to see the truth behind relationships, friendships, and why you picked up on bad habits. And sometimes while we're healing, we're used to thinking a certain way. Like, man, I can't ever find someone that likes me. Or why can't I have friends that I can trust? Or why does things always happen to me? It's not that things are always happening to you. God / your higher self is starting to show you that you don't need these people or things anymore because where I'm taking you next, they can go with you. Or they'll be the reason why you lose your blessings. And sometimes God will send you the same lesson through different situations until you learn the lessons and know why it's happening. So when you get your blessings, you will know how to keep them, and you'll know exactly what to do to keep them coming. So when something bad happens, it's okay because there's always a positive as well. So if you pray for your dream husband or wife and God sends you someone and they end up hurting you, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because you still needed to heal from something or something your ex that caused pain. And sometimes we need to experience that same pain in order to heal and plant new healthy seeds. Because as long as you stay positive and take time to learn the lesson, that same pain will turn into knowledge about what to do and what you want and don't want in a relationship. And also that same pain will turn into self-love for yourself because you know that nothing is wrong with you and that person wasn't meant for you. They just didn't understand you, and that's okay. The more you love yourself, the more others will love you. Because if you don't love and respect yourself, how can you expect others to do it? Your inner world reflects your outer world. So if you allow your negative thoughts to control you and see how you see yourself, you're only making your healing journey harder because you are bringing pain. And when you do that, it causes others to do it as well. So it's best to become aware of your thoughts and emotions, because if you are coming from a place of hurt, stress, and anger, it will only lead you deeper down that road. You have to put your faith in yourself that you can make it out of this. And also faith in God that He's still with you and everything is working in your favor. Because every end brings a new beginning. How can you start a new chapter or a new life if you're still living in the old one? You have to be able to see the beauty in the pain. That pain will turn into strength. That pain will turn into confidence. That pain will turn into wisdom and knowledge. It will turn into whatever you want it to. Just remember to be kind to yourself and tell yourself that everything will be okay, even when things look tough. Tell yourself you can do things through Christ who strengthens me, and because God is always on my side, and with God I will never fail. It may look like I'm losing now, but really I'm preparing myself for a great victory, and you'll be proud you kept going. It's okay to be sad and to feel your emotions, because that's how we find a problem. But it's not okay to let those emotions describe who you are, because you are so much better and powerful than what you think. You just have to heal those scars. And then those scars will become your greatest power, strength, and beauty. Because we can find a true self when it feels like we hit rock bottom, or we find out who we really are during a painful experience. Just think of Beauty and the Beast. And also, before I go, it's okay to cry, because those same tears also wash away and cleanse our scars. Then those same tears will grow into the most beautiful flowers. Remember what Kendrick Lamar said? If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? Peace, love, and light, and I wish nothing but the best for everyone, and I pray everyone finds their happiness and peace of mind. If I believe you can do it, it's only right that you believe in yourself. So that was a short message I wanted to share with people who are going through a tough time or a hard time. You have to realize that those hard times don't always last forever. Sometimes those hard times are just a redirection so we can find out what we really want out of life. The life that we really want to create for ourselves. Because sometimes, say if we get fired from a job, that's okay. Because you know deep down inside, you know you can deserve more or better than that job. So this is an opportunity for yourself to go create your dream job, or to create something that you really will enjoy doing, instead of working a 9 to 5, doing something that you don't enjoy doing. So remember, there's always a positive and a negative. You just have to sit down, think, and say, okay, what is God trying to show me? What is life trying to teach me right now? And as long as you take time out to understand life and those messages, everything will be okay. And remember, it's okay to cry. If you cry, that doesn't make you any less tough or weak or anything. Crying is a part of life. So take time to heal before you jump into the next thing, because if you don't heal before you jump into something else, you're only going to manifest and create the same problems from last time. So I know healing can be a painful thing, but sometimes we need that pain in order to grow. I have a tattoo. With pain comes strength. So with our journey, our healing journey, it's going to come strength. It doesn't rain forever. That storm doesn't always last. It's always going to be a brighter day. And every day is a new opportunity to do something better than the last. As long as you don't sit in those emotions and let those emotions keep bringing you down, and you say, okay, I'm sad, but it's okay to be sad. Why am I sad? Go and ask yourself, why am I sad? And take time to sit and listen to yourself and say, okay. And then the answer will come up. Sometimes in the most craziest ways. Whenever I experience something or whenever I get upset, I sit down and journal. I write, how do I feel? And I just sit down and write. Yesterday, I wrote 21 pages of my feelings. And I realized of where I went wrong and how it wasn't a wrong thing. I asked God, I remember I asked God to change my life. I want to ask God to say, hey God, I'm tired of experiencing hurt. I want to experience the best because I know I deserve the best. So show me. And God took me on this journey. I had my own apartment, but now I don't have my own apartment. I realized the only reason why I got my apartment was based off something that didn't serve me. It did not serve my higher purpose. So God had to remove that foundation. So when I do get my next house, it'll be something that serves me and that helped me on my life journey, and it'll be built on stronger foundations. I got a car, and I rushed to get my car. Instead of taking my time and getting something that I really like, my car ended up getting totaled. And same thing with this car. I got this car and I ended up getting in a wreck. And now it's like, dog, I need a new car now. So these experiences have taught me to be patient and to wait. You don't always have to rush to jump into something just because it's there. Sometimes we need patience to see what we really want. And we deserve the best. We deserve to get what we really want. We don't ever have to settle for something less because it's there. So patience is key. So sometimes when we build ourselves on false or weak foundations, it is going to fall. It's going to fall apart. But every fall or every end brings a new beginning. This is your chance to build something stronger, to build a stronger foundation. So next time the storm comes, it won't fall. You'll be stead strong in your way, you know? So don't go out there trying to do life or live life based on how others will see you or based on someone else's feelings. Live life based on how you would feel. Do what will make you happy and will serve yourself, because as long as you're doing that, God will send you your true heart desires. You will get everything you want that truly is meant for you, because what's meant for you will always be for you. It will never leave you. So, you know, I don't chase, I attract. Yeah. You don't chase, you attract, because as long as you're being yourself and doing what you need to do, you will attract the right things to you, and God will make sure you have the right things for you. And we don't always need money, nice clothes, or things to be successful, because we already have everything we need within us to be successful. And materialistic. Sometimes when we go through a healing journey, God will take everything away, materialistic wise, to show us like, hey, you don't need money to be happy. Money does not buy happiness. Because when you do get your blessing and you do get your money, you're going to start spending your money on things that make you happy. And you're going to waste and lose your blessings trying to spend it on stuff to make you happy. But really deep down inside, you can make yourself happy by doing things you love and just by being you. So, yeah, that's my little message for today. And I hope this helps somebody. And I'm really grateful for my experiences and everything I've done. So now I have the chance to teach and help other people heal, because, yeah, I experienced the same thing. So I know how to share and help other people, because that's why God put us on different paths. That's why God allows us to experience different things. So we can help someone else, and we can help somebody else not experience or not hurt as much as we did. And once we do that, God will bless us with more knowledge, more wisdom, and God will say, okay, you out here sharing love and you out here trying to help people. I will also help you more on your journey. So whenever you go through something, I will send you help. So you have to be open to step out your comfort zone and to trust yourself and trust God that everything is working out for you. Let go of your fears. Let go of, okay, will this work out? If it doesn't work out, that's okay, because the next time you'll know exactly what to do and exactly how to fix it to make it better. And each time you try, it will get better and better and better. And eventually you will succeed. Eventually you will take off and all your dreams will come. These are just little trials and testimony you can add to your story, so people can be like, dang, if they achieved all this and all that, I can do the same as well. Your stories, your pain can become an inspiration to everybody else around you, because they saw you did it. So if they can say, okay, I can pick myself and do it as well. That's why it's always good to help and share with others, so you can get the same thing when it's your turn. So, yeah. I wish the best for everyone, and I pray everybody heals. You know, just remember to stay positive and know that God has your back, and have faith. And when you do that, good things come to people who wait. So if you've been waiting and waiting, it's because God got something really big prepared for you. He want to make sure that, okay, when I give you this, you know how to handle it. So don't stress, just surrender and let God work, because God is a mysterious God. He works in mysterious ways. He's not finna tell you his next move. So he wanted to bless you. That's the reason behind the blessing. So, yeah.